What is up, Minimoto fam? Today we are doing a quick install video of the Dynojet Power Commander 5 on the 2017 Kawasaki Z125 Pro. Now, if you're like me, when you go to watch an install video, you don't want all the fluff. You just want them to get to the point, show you how to do it so you can do it. So that's the way this video is going to be structured. That's kind of how I structure my videos anyway. The only reason I'm really even doing this video is because there's really only one other video and there's like 13 minutes of fluff in it. So we're just going to cut to the chase and show you exactly how to take the bike apart, install the Power Commander, and get your bike up and running. It should be noted that I bought this PCV used. However, I bought it from a close friend of mine that he wrecked his bike and decided to part it out and try out a Grom for a while. He's had a Z for a while. He's had a Grom before, so he wants to try out the new Grom. So I got this from him. Now, he has the exact same intake that I'm going to be installing, but he has a slightly different exhaust. It's a higher flowing exhaust, kind of like this one, so we're pretty sure that the fuel map is going to be about the same. That said, you're better off really to buy these brand new unless you kind of get in a special situation like I did. As you can see, it says Kawasaki Z125 mapped, and what that means is he when he bought this, he bought it new from Dynojet, and he told them what bike he had and what mods he had, and they sent him a map already installed. He didn't have to do anything. He just bolted it on the bike and it made power. I'm also going to be installing the Chimera intake for the Z125. I got this along with the Power Commander. I was going to do a video on this, but like I said, the main reason I'm doing the PCV video in the first place is just so I can buzz through it and you can see exactly how it goes on with no fluff. And so I don't want to stretch this video out. Main reason being EN187, I'll put a link to his video below. He actually has a video of how to install this on the Z125, so I'm just going to follow his video and install it, and then here in a second you'll see it already installed and we'll get straight to the PCV. So check his video out. It's a great video. It's structured exactly the way this video is going to be structured, and so if you're doing both of these at the same time, go by his video for the intake, come back to me for the PCV. And there we go. All installed. Thank you, EN187, for helping me with that, even though you didn't know you were helping me with that. Now, another reason I wanted to install this before doing the PCV is it makes it a lot easier to get to all the locations where things need to be installed. The PCV basically has 3 series of wires that have to be connected in 3 different places. You have this series, which goes up towards the front, and then you have this, which goes in the wiring boot, and then you have this, which goes to your ignition coil. Alright, so rather than making you watch me tuck everything away, I just went ahead and ran it for you. There's no real right way to do this, just so long as none of the wires are rubbing on anything. So this is how I did it, and you can kind of base your design on that. So it starts up here, comes down underneath that bar, and then you come to your first installation point, and that's where those wires are. Then you got another wire that goes here up above the intake over to the injector side, and there you can see that grouping of wires there. That's your next installation point. Then you got another wire that comes underneath from the other side, and that goes into this boot here, which I'll show you in just a second. Alright, so this is where the main part of the installation begins. This is your ignition coil. You have 3 different connections here. This red and red-white is going to go in line with this bottom plug here, and this green and green-white is going to go in line with this plug here, and then this ground wire is going to go to this ground point here. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, that's all done. Let's move on to the next part. Alright, so our next installation point is behind this little boot here on this side. You just got this one inline connector. So you want to roll this boot up to reveal the harnesses underneath, and it's going to be the smallest one right in the middle. So I got one bigger one here, one bigger one here, and then this one smaller one with 2 wires. So you pull that one out, plug this in to it, They'll only go in one way. And then this one. And then just tuck everything back up in that boot the best that you can. Alright, so at our next point of installation, we have the injector plug. I believe this is the throttle position sensor, which you have to tap a single wire, which is not that bad. So you take this off. And see, they have the same plugs, so you just put the right plug in the right plug. Click. Click. And that's the injector. Then you take this plug off. And you search for the middle wire, which is a yellow-white wire right in the middle. And you want to use this guy to tap into it, so you got to pull this back a little. And then you just put this little guy here on. And tap this wire. Good and tight. It just pierces the wire, it doesn't damage the wire. That way you can put it back to stock later if you want. And then this has the other wire piece attached to it, which crimps it together. And that's that. Just go ahead and plug it back in. Same way it came off. Click. Tuck these wires up out of the way so they don't flap in the wind or anything. You may even want to put a zip tie around them to keep them from moving around too much. Alright, one more install point and then we're done. We just have to put this little guy in case you're curious what that is. It plugs in right here. And this is actually the wire that goes down to your O2 sensor. So this is essentially an O2 simulator that you plug in place. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a bung to fill up my hole, so I'm just going to leave the O2 sensor in there and then just kind of zip tie this wire out of the way so that that'll stay plugged. Alright, that's pretty much that. Let's fire it up and see how well this map works with this setup. Started up pretty good. Pretty much that. Call that a successful install. If you want to see me actually ride it, then you'll have to come back for the next vlog. I will be getting back on vlogs now. I got my new helmet. I'm going to do a review on that, and I've also got a new camera rig for the helmet. So vlogs will be coming next week. So check back for that, and you can see some of these new mods in action. And that pretty much covers it. Time to go ride. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be, no, it'll definitely be a vlog. See you then. Peace.